Hey guys, welcome to Mystifying Miracles. Glad you're here. Today, the story is about a long distance miracle that occurs in New York. I'm going to get into it. Stay tuned. It was February of 2019 on a Friday afternoon in Pueblo, Colorado, when Patricia Karlson's phone rang. Caller ID showed that it was from a New York area code, and it ended up being a guy from New York that regularly filled her and her husband's propane tank for their home there. 2 months prior, they had moved to Pueblo, Colorado, where before her husband Matt had been stationed in Fort Drum, New York. He then got transferred to Fort Karlson, Colorado, so they had to make the move. So in the past 2 months, the house in New York was still on the market and they were trying to get it ready to sell. Now, again, this was February, smack dab in the middle of winter in New York. And so you can imagine how hard, it's already stressful and hard selling a home, but if it's long distance, that just makes it even more trouble. But anyway, Matt, he was in Afghanistan during this time. And of course, Patricia, all the way in Pueblo, Colorado. So the two of them trying to work together to try to sell this home and take care of everything was a hassle, to say the least. Back to the man on the phone that called Patricia. Again, he filled their propane regularly, and he called to tell her that, look, it's been a full month, and your house is showing that it hasn't used not even one bit of propane. And that's pretty unheard of for the middle of winter. And he also told her, he thought that was probably due to her boiler being out. Well, obviously, she's dreading what she's hearing because the past 2 weeks, in New York, temperatures had actually dropped minus 35 and minus 40 degrees below. And that was because there was a blizzard that had hit the New York area. And in addition, that blizzard had dropped 4+ feet of snow. So again, it didn't make sense that the home there hadn't used any propane. Well, Patricia, she calls a plumber ASAP. But the plumber says, sorry to tell you, but we can't get out there till Monday because of this blizzard weather. We just can't do it. But he also told her, look, the damage is already done, it sounds like, so it wouldn't make a difference. Because say he could get out there the same day, the pipes were frozen, so they'd have to wait till the pipes thaw out. He also told Patricia that once they're thawed out, her home is most likely going to have catastrophic damage. Now, their home in New York, its main source of heat was radiant heat. So the water pipes ran all throughout that foundation and through the walls, etc. And it actually used hot water to heat the house. As the plumber's explaining all this, he's saying, you're going to have a lot of foundation and damage within the walls, so be prepared. Well, nothing Patricia could do at the moment, so she goes ahead and sets up a time first thing in the morning Monday for that plumber to come out. And afterwards, Patricia prayed because she could, you can imagine she's probably seeing dollar signs and like, what are we going to do? This is catastrophic. That Sunday night at her church, she went there, listened to the sermon, and it just so happened her pastor did a sermon on miracles. And towards the end, he even mentioned to the congregation, I feel like someone here needs a miracle tomorrow. And as Patricia left and was going home that night, she kind of thought to herself, boy, do I need a miracle tomorrow morning. That night, she drops to her knees. She just starts chatting with God, and she asks him, Lord, is there any way you could send me that miracle, in regards to the house in New York? And in addition, she also prays for that plumber that was due to come out the very next morning. Well, she goes to bed that night. She gets up in the morning and she wakes up to a phone call. And it was the plumber. And he told her, ma'am, you're not going to believe this, but there are no frozen pipes in your home. And in fact, there's no damage in any way. Turns out you had a faulty thermostat and somehow that switched off the boiler. You must be the luckiest person alive. Patricia answered back. She was shocked, obviously, but she told the plumber, she said, no, luck had nothing to do with it, and that she just served the one true God who can do and perform long distance miracles. What an incredible story. Like, she definitely got that miracle that she prayed for. Yeah, it doesn't make sense that those pipes weren't burst and frozen. No sense at all. So definitely a cool miracle to hear about. I hope it blessed you guys. I hope you're having an incredible week and a great start to your summer. Thank you for watching, and I'm going to see you guys next time.